Hey, this is Daryl as a service. I fired up Outlook this morning and I saw something of a surprise. A what's new pane appeared as I opened up email, and this happens to open up all of its own, and it looks to be a new way of introducing what has been delivered in the product. I'm using the Outlook preview, and prior to that we would have a small splash screen in the middle with a couple of icons and a small blurb saying what's new and what's been delivered, and you could click through to a link. It's now being shifted into a much fuller help panel in the menu or the ribbon. As we open up the what's new pane, or see that what's new pane, the thing that made me chuckle to start with is it said, what's new? We don't have anything for you right now. Check out this feature we released recently. And then it talks about the see what's coming. So it's a bit Inception-ish to say there's nothing new, but take a look at this what's new panel because that's what's new. So yeah, just digging in a bit deeper into that. Let's have a quick look at some of the other things within the panel. So the what's new button, or rather the panel, opens up, and you wouldn't know it, but it's all linked to the help ribbon menu, and within here we can turn or open up the what's new pane all of its own. Right, so that's one way to get to it. If it doesn't pop up and show you, you can go back and see what's new. But what I hadn't noticed and hadn't been in here for some time was a few other things that help us to get help. Now, first of all, what I was drawn to, particularly from my interest in training and user adoption, was show training. And when I open up this pane, it brings me through to the support.office.com resources. In fact, the getting started resources and learning resources there. So this is being loaded within the pane itself, and you can click through to quick start, for example, and this is going to load within the pane. I'm not being taken away to a web page. I'm getting assistance with Outlook from within Outlook, so I can scroll down here and see a few things about what to do to get started, and I can also play that video within the help pane. Not bad. Right, so that's a good way to give in-context help and on-demand help. So I expect that we'll see more of this within the other products too. Also looking into the other tools for getting help, we can click and say get it, suggest a new feature. So that's going to take us directly through to the user voice site for Outlook. So we can go in there, we can sign in, make a suggestion, vote on other suggestions there too. I recommend if you are going in here and you've got a feature suggestion, first of all you do read through some of the suggestions that may already be there. As you type your own suggestion, do have a look at some of them, because you might be able to contribute your vote to an existing suggestion, and then it's not diluted, right? So you've got more chance of seeing that idea coming through. Going back to let's say support tools or contact support, right? So this appears to run a few log collections in the background, and so it's going to gather those together. You'll be able to see a screenshot of what's happening at the time, so you can include that, and then just jot in a small message about what's going on. Now that's going to be going off to Microsoft support, not necessarily to your own IT support, but that's one way to get assistance. And similarly with that, support tools, then that's going to take you through to actually no, it's a slightly different thing here. That is getting help from Microsoft support, and using support tools you'll be able to get remote assistance with that. So Microsoft support and recovery assistant. Problems, you can list your way through some of the common problems that are there and work your way through. So sorry, that was not remote support, that was actually just a list of things to work through. But support tools, I know there was one in here, contact support help, it was something like get diagnostics. And so that collects logs. And I think the interesting thing here is that when we clicked on contact support, that it seemed to be collecting those logs anyway. And now we say get diagnostics, and it's asking permissions to collect those log files. So maybe there's a slight difference there, or that there's a different set of files that they're capturing. Let's have a look at maybe some of those files themselves. So it does create a zip file, and then it's collecting all sorts of log files there for support to assist you with that particular problem, a file dump, Windows credentials, various different things there too. Alright, so it looks like this is a much fuller experience there in the help pane, or the help panel of the ribbon menu, but it was just interesting to see this what's new calling out that there's nothing new to see, just the what's new pane, which operates a little differently. So that's Daryl as a service rounding it out there for what's new in Outlook, and looking for the what's new pane that I think will be coming into other products within Office, and it's a good place to check in and see what has changed and learn a bit more about that. We're seeing a trend there of bringing some of that assistance and features and being able to use a product from within the product itself. So good job. Thanks. See you again.